Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach, and today I'm talking about how to make her nervous and give her butterflies. Now, the way that my wife describes butterflies is like, because just in case you're unaware of what that actually means and the feeling of it, the way that my wife described it was, if you're going over you're in your car and you go over like quite a hill or something like that. Like in the UK, we have like this areas where we have like really narrow roads, and there's like a bridge that you have to go over, and those bridges can sometimes be quite like really abrupt, and basically it makes your stomach sort of like go up a little bit, and that's kind of like the feeling of butterflies. Kind of makes your stomach feel a bit funny, like if you're going over a very short bridge which is kind of a little bit high, and you just sort of like have that feeling of like woo, that's sort of like that kind of like whoa kind of feeling. That's what butterflies are like, apparently. Okay. It's personally something that I've never really experienced, but I've heard countless times women describing having butterflies. Okay. And so how can you do this, and how can you make a woman nervous and perhaps even give her butterflies? Okay. So the important distinction that I want to talk to you about is that it's not about what you say. Okay. It's not about saying the right line or giving her the right touch or anything like that. It's more about your vibe, okay, and the confidence that you exude that will give a woman butterflies or make her feel nervous around you. So it's not necessarily what you say. It's all about your confidence, okay? So the question then is well, how can you build a confidence that is so strong that it gives that effect to women? It makes women affected by you in that way. And that is, well, when it comes to women, if you want to become more confident with women, the best way that you can become more confident with women is to talk to more women. What I would really love for you to develop actually is a very healthy fascination and curiosity about all women, not just women that you're attracted to, but all women, and be interested in their stories, be interested in their opinions, and you can then start to apply that in your life if you have that healthy sort of curiosity and fascination about women. So that means you'll be able to strike up a conversation with any woman, whether she's an old woman, whether she's a young woman, whether she's a woman your age, or whether she's a woman that's way younger than you, or maybe she's a woman that is older than you, but perhaps she's not an old woman. But it's being able to basically strike up a conversation with any and all women, whether you're attracted to them or not, okay? And not being afraid to just talk to them, okay? So what I would suggest that you do is just talk to more women, practice talking to more women. So, whenever you find yourself in, like a queue for, getting your shopping or something like that, getting your groceries, if there's a woman like in front of you or behind you, whether she's attractive or not, whether she's old or young, doesn't matter, just say hi. You don't have to worry about getting her number. Let yourself off the hook. Don't worry about getting her number or anything like that. Just have a little bit of small talk. Talk about the weather. Talk about what's in the news. Talk about what's in her shopping trolley. Whatever, right? Just anything. Or maybe there's like a magazine rack and you're just talking about, oh man, I can't believe the politics these days, or something like that. Or, just something. You don't have to be having like an ulterior motive of trying to get a phone number. But just let yourself off the hook and just get more comfortable with talking to women. It doesn't matter what kind of woman it is, okay? Just talk to women more, okay? If you happen to talk to an older woman, an old lady perhaps, ask her about what she's seen and experienced in her life. Ask her what her the most valuable lessons that she's learned in life so far. Or you may just ask her about what her opinion is on the outfit that you're wearing. Let's say you're going out on a date and you say, well, what do you think? Hey, this is going to sound really random, but I'm going to go on a date soon. And you're like, oh, lucky me. What do you think about my outfit? Is it too much, or would you think I look all right? And what do you think about the jacket that I'm wearing? Whatever it may be, just ask their opinion. Women love to give their opinion about things. So just do that. And then she'll let you know. You'll be like, oh yeah, you look lovely, you look really handsome. Most women would probably just be kind to you, even if your outfit is kind of weird. Right? They'll just be nice anyway. But it's just it's not about the conversation so much. It's about that you're brave enough to have a conversation and you're building your confidence and you're talking to a woman, okay? And when you get really good at that and you become more confident around women, then you'll just start to understand them a little bit more, and you'll develop a deeper understanding about women. And then when you happen to strike up a conversation with a woman you do find attractive, it's going to give you the confidence to ask for a phone number or to ask her out for a date on the spot, or anything like that. But first of all, just let yourself off the hook and just get more comfortable talking to women and striking up conversations with them, okay? Don't want you to linger around though. So if you've started a conversation, you've just had a bit of small talk, when you can tell that the conversation's run dry and you're no longer really, it's got a bit awkward, then just stop talking, okay? You don't have to keep the conversation going. Just have a little conversation and then let that be it. Like how you would when you're at work, So for example, when you're at work or you're at school and you bump into an acquaintance, you're like, hey, how are you? And you're like, yeah, I'm really good. How's the weather? Yeah, not too bad. Or what do you think about this, how that happened the other day in the news? And you're like, oh yeah, man, that sucks. Can't believe that happened. And you're like, yeah, I know. And that's it. That's the kind of conversation that you should be having, and the way that you can build your skills and practice. Okay. Now, if you happen to have a really good conversation with a woman and she's really talking to you about something and you're enjoying the conversation too, then keep the conversation going. Fine. If it's an interesting conversation and it doesn't run dry and it goes past the small talk sort of phase. But as you can see, like it's about the practice. It's about the getting in the reps of it. So when the opportunity does come in the future where you see an attractive woman, it's going to be much easier for you to talk to her because you've talked to hundreds and hundreds of women by that point. So that's how you can build confidence with women. You just have to be around women more. You just have to talk to women more. The only way is through, I'm really sorry guys, right? It's just something that you just have to apply. You just have to do it, especially if you really, really struggle. Okay, so that's the only way is through, guys. The only way is through. Okay, so how can you build like general confidence then? Because that's something that also helps. Because if you're confident in one area, then it helps. It usually spreads into other areas too. So let's say you're really confident at work. Let's say you're really happy with what you do, and you're confident in your knowledge, and you're confident in, the action that you take when you're at work. Then it's more likely that that's going to spread into other areas too. So there's a quote that I really like by Dale Carnegie, and that is, inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence. So inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit at home and think about it. Go out and get busy. So if you want to build your confidence and your courage, then take action. Don't procrastinate on things. Okay, because one of the things that's really going to make you feel awesome about yourself is if you have a goal for yourself and you make a goal and you start sticking to it. So what I would suggest that you do, if you're really bad at procrastinating, which is something that I used to really struggle with too, if you're really bad at procrastination, then start off with just having one goal. Okay, it could be a goal at the gym, it could be a goal that you're just going to attend the gym every day, or it could be a goal towards a skill that you're trying to learn. So let's say you're trying to learn how to play the guitar, something that you practice every day. Just get something that you can do every day and stick to it for a couple of months, okay? And then you would have helped build that taking action muscle, okay? Because that's what it is really. Procrastination is basically a weakening of will, whereas taking action is a strengthening of will, okay? And when you realize that you've got to this point where I've done this I've stick to my commitment, I've done this for a good few months, and you're really impressed with yourself, you feel better about yourself, you feel confident because you took action and you didn't procrastinate, okay? So those are the ways that you can build confidence with women and how you can build general confidence in yourself, okay? Of course, another thing as well, if you want to feel more confident, then do things that make you feel physically confident too. So that means, just general like body language sort of like helps, physiology tips, which is, stand up with your shoulders back, stand up straight, shoulders back. And when you're sitting down, man spread. I know a lot of people, there's people that talk about that and say that men shouldn't man spread, but do it, just man spread. It'll make you feel like you're a king, basically, if you do that, okay? And, lean your arm, if you're on a sofa, like lean your arms back or something like that. If you're on a date with a woman, and she's next to you, then, put your arm around her, just do it. Just take up as much space as possible. And that'll make you feel a little bit more confident when you're sitting down. When you're standing up, though, head up, shoulders back, stand up straight. And that's one of the ways you can do that. And obviously as well, dress in ways that make you personally feel confident. Take care of yourself. and keep yourself well groomed. That will make you feel more confident. Just anything that you know personally would build your confidence and make you feel better about yourself, do it and apply it, okay? And you know what those are. It's going to be unique for everybody. Maybe the clothes that you wear, it doesn't really matter about what clothes you wear, but you may be thinking, but there may be some guys that are watching this video thinking, oh yeah, if I wore that, I would feel way more confident if I was wearing something like that. So just find out what makes you personally feel confident and apply it as well, okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you would like to get in touch with me personally and you would like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. If you would also like to coach yourself, then what I recommend that you do is you go and read Attracting the Beautiful Woman of Your Dreams, which is free to read on my website. Just go to www.christineloveridge.com, then click on the menu on the website and go to the book, and it'll take you straight there to the PDF reader. You don't have to log in, you don't have to sign up. It's just there for you to read for free on the website. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.